ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. In my school, especially in my classroom, I cannot stand fire drills at school. I just can't. I absolutely hate fire drills at school. Yes, we need fire drills so we can be prepared just in case there is a real fire in the school. I get that. But not to the point where it blows out people's eardrums or scares special education students to death. That is what these drills do: blow out people's eardrums and scare special education students to death for no reason, all because of a drill. Like, come on. Plus, we are in high school. We are not in preschool or elementary school anymore. We are in high school. So we exactly know what to do when there is a fire in the school. Not only that, but when the fire alarms go off, they are so loud. Yes, they need to be loud just in case there is a real fire so we can get out safely. I totally get that, but not to the point where it blows out people's eardrums or scares special education students to death. I mistakenly joked that every time we had fire drills in elementary school, I thought the building was going to explode when the alarm went off. But no, it didn't. It was just practice to know what to do just in case a fire were to ever break out in the school. For preschool and elementary school, keep these drills because it teaches younger students what to do when a fire breaks out in the school, and not to go all crazy when the alarm goes off. I totally get that. But once we are in middle school and in high school, we need to stop doing these drills. Because we already know what to do when the alarm goes off. All these drills do in middle school and in high school is scare us for no reason and waste time for no reason. All because it's just a drill. Horn strobes should be banned from all schools. Every school should have voice evacuation systems, aka speaker strobes, instead of horn strobes for the fire alarm. Particularly in the elementary schools. I just cannot stand fire drills at school. Do you see real jobs doing these drills? No. Only once in a while to prepare the employees to know what to do just in case a real fire were to break out in the office. but not 67 or more times a year before it actually happens. Because we already know what to do when we are adults. Because of all the practice we got as kids in school. Unless you work in a school, then your job is not going to do as many drills as your school did. Unless you work in a school, then you are going to do a lot of drills, just like you did as a student. So, if you work in a school, it's back to these drills again once a month. Because that is how the way it is. Special education teachers are so in a state of panic when their students go crazy during the drills. And they say, remain calm in a single file line with your class. Special education students need to be removed from all school buildings before fire drills occur. Before the school administrators pull the fire alarm. So the alarm doesn't scare them. So the alarm doesn't scare special education students. Back when I was in elementary school, I was taken outside of the building before the principal pulled the fire alarm for fire drills, so the alarm wouldn't scare me. So every time there was a fire drill when I was in elementary school, I was taken outside of the classroom before they pulled the alarm most of the time. But most of the time, I was in the building when the alarm went off, and it scared me. Which brings me to the point. The fire alarm system in my elementary school sounded different compared to the fire alarm system in my high school, because it was an older alarm system that had a constant tone instead of a temporal pulsed cycle. So when that thing went off, it really scared the living daylights out of me. And teachers were yelling at their students, get in a single file line when that alarm was going off. Because the students couldn't hear the teachers with their normal tone of voice. They had to raise their voice because the alarm was blaring loud. and constant. Once it turned on, it never stopped. But now in high school, it's and then it stops over and over again. But in elementary school, it was all the way through until they turned the alarm off. Because that is how alarm systems were back then in these older buildings. So, man, I really couldn't stand fire drills in elementary school because of the alarm system in that building. It was just too much for my ears. Man, I'm just glad that I go to a school with a modern alarm system that has a temporal cycle instead of a constant tone. A lot of you, even though you didn't go to my elementary school, a lot of you went to a school with the same type of alarm system like my elementary school. Because you probably went to a school that is older like mine was. You probably went to a school, you probably went to a older school building just like mine. And your school's alarm system sounded the same like mine in elementary school, which was a lower pitch and a constant tone compared to the alarm in high school right now. But some of you went to a elementary school with the same type of alarm that is installed in our high school with the same pitch and same temporal pulsed cycle. In some of your elementary schools, the alarm sounded the same, like eh, eh, eh. It was the same tone that the alarm is now. Oh, and outside in my elementary school, the alarm sounded like this. That's right, because of a modern day EST integrity horn strobe on continuous outside that had the same pitch as the one I'm hearing today during the drills. Yep, that is why I hate fire drills at school, because it is a blaring horn throughout the building when the alarm goes off, like it always was since I started going to public school. That's why I dreaded fire drills during my entire school career, because all of my school's alarms were horns that were just very loud. If the alarms in any of my schools were to talk instead of have a very loud sound, then I would have liked drills much better, because it would tell me to get out of the building in a calm, orderly fashion instead of producing a sound that creates a situation for panic in a emergency situation. That's what horns do, is cause panic in emergencies. Not good. The reason why horns cause panic is because of their scary sound. But voice evacuation systems tell you to leave the building immediately in a calm, orderly fashion. Do not use the elevators. Walk to the nearest stairway. Do not use the elevators. Walk to the nearest stairway and exit the building. That's what voice evacuation systems are. And they tell you to get out in a calm, orderly fashion. But with a typical alarm, people are going to panic when they hear the regular alarm compared to a voice alarm. I just wished that my school's fire alarm said this: attention, attention, attention. There has been a report of an emergency in this building. Please cease all operations and leave the building immediately, utilizing marked fire exits and fire exit stairwells. Do not use elevators. Repeat, do not use elevators. That will reduce the panic during these drills and during a real emergency, because the alarm is telling you what to do. People are going to remain calm instead of freak out when it goes off, compared to the alarm that is in the school today that has a very loud horn. That is why fire drills were the most dreaded school safety drills that I had to do when I was in school, because it involved a very loud alarm with a horn. Out of all of the drills I had to deal with for school safety, fire drills were the most stressful ones, because of the painful alarm volume and the flashing strobe light. So, when I was younger, I really needed to be warned of fire drills before they happen so they wouldn't scare me as much. When I was younger and I was not warned of a fire drill and the alarm went off, it scared me out of nowhere. A lot of my classmates need to be warned when a fire drill is going to happen so the teacher can take them outside before the alarm goes off, or else they are going to have a breakdown when the alarm goes off. Claustrophobia and fire drills is a bad mix because claustrophobic students are so scared of fire alarms, particularly horns. Fire drills cause us to be out in bad weather for no reason, waste our school day for no reason, and scare us for no reason, all because it's just a drill. Keep the regular evacuations if there is a real emergency. I totally get that. You can't stay in the building if that happens, but stop with all of these drills. Bye.